Sticks and stones may break my bones, but, well, you know the rest of that statement. We all do. We've been taught that statement our entire lives, and yet we all know deep down inside it is probably one of the most untrue statements we've ever heard. And yet we keep passing it along. And I think we keep passing it along because we know the opposite is true and we don't want it to be true. Hey everybody, this is Pastor Lonnie, and once again, it's Monday morning and we are diving deeper into yesterday's message. I was not preaching yesterday. Pastor Bob was preaching, and I thank him for preaching during our 1:10 a.m. service at the traditional worship service. But I still wanted to give you this Monday morning devotion to reflect on the power of words as we begin our new series. And yesterday we looked at Proverbs and James, and we talked about the object that sometimes seems to be untamable, which is our tongue. And one of the things that sticks out to me about the power of words is this, is that as we shape our words, we shape our world. As we shape our words, we shape our world. That how we talk impacts how we live. It impacts who interacts with us, how they interact with us, how we see them, and how we see ourselves. Because if you're constantly talking negative, I promise you, it's going to have negative influences on your life. If you talk more in a positive way, in a hopeful way, I think you'll see more hopeful things in your life. It doesn't mean everything will go right all the time. That's not the point at all. But it does mean that I think you'll see things through those lenses. That's the power of words. Proverbs says this. Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death. The tongue has the power of life and death, meaning that with our mouths, with our words, we can promote life or we can promote death. We can promote the things that are all about life and abundant living and the wonders that God has given us, or we can promote death, the things that flow from death, hatred, cynicism, division, all those things. It's up to us what we do with our mouths. As we shape our words, we shape our world. And we all know once again that sticks and stones may break our bones, but words actually do hurt a lot. In fact, I would say that over my life, I have been physically injured and I've been emotionally injured. And the physical injuries that I have had over the years, some more severe than others, hurt a lot. But the emotional damage that came my way from the words that were said about me, either to my face and sometimes behind my back, or even through a text message or an email or a post on social media, whatever it may be, those things actually hurt me even worse. To be honest with you, I have rarely lost sleep over physical pain. One of the reasons is I'm blessed to live in a time and age where I can take some medicine for that, right? But I've lost a lot of sleep over the years because of what somebody said. That's the power of words. And so we as Christians, this is my encouragement for you this week. We as Christians have the opportunity with our words to promote life, not death. This does not mean that we are dishonest. This does not mean that we act like things aren't happening that are actually happening. It just means that we use our words to try to bring hope into situations. We use our words to try to make life a better place, not simply for ourselves, but for others as well. We Christians have to be convicted in this area. One of the reasons is that James talks about this. One of the main scriptures we used yesterday is that we can't claim to be followers of Christ and then speak things that contradict Christ. James says in James chapter 3, verse 10, he says, out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. And he says this to the church then, and he's saying it to us now. My brothers and sisters, this should not be. Can both fresh water and salt water flow from the same spring? My brothers and sisters, can a fig tree bear olives or a grapevine bear figs? Neither can a salt spring produce fresh water. Meaning, we can't speak words of life one minute and words of death the next and expect the world to see us as witnessing the true kingdom of God. That is the power of our words. And so my encouragement once again to you today is speak those words of life. As you shape your words, you shape your world. And then I think you'll find you may even start shaping the world of those around you with your words of life. God bless you. I hope you have a great Monday, and I hope you have a great rest of the week.